Okay, in this video here, I'm going to be showing you how to mount your red dot sight onto your pistol. The sight in this video will be the HOLOSUN 407K X2. The pistol I'll be mounting it on is the 43X MOS. This model calls for a plate because it's not the same footprint that's cut out on the slide. The sight came with a tool. Alright, good, it's the right size. You want to start by taking off your MOS cover. Just lift right off. Now the reason you have to have a plate is because of these two little nubs right here. The HOLOSUN does not have the cutout for those. This footprint is for the shield, and I didn't want the shield. I wanted the Romeo Zero, but seeing some bad reviews on it, I thought the Romeo Zero kind of fit and looked better on the gun, my opinion, but this has a better rating. It costs a little more, but these seem to be holding zero better, and got oil on it. The battery tray was a nice option so that you don't have to remove your sight every time you want to charge it up or switch batteries or whatever you're doing. Okay, so let's get this plate mounted. This is the DPP GL H07KA plate. It is specifically for the Glock 43X and the HOLOSUN 407K. This is the aluminum one. It was $25. The titanium one is $35. All it does is go over those so that it has a little cutout right here so that it'll cover those and set flat, and then your sight can set flat instead of being tilted up because of those nubs. Okay, so you want to line your plate up. Go right in. There's no sliding. You don't have to center it, anything like that. Now, this one here, I'd say this one's the one we probably need to cut because you can see the bar down inside of there. Now you don't want your screw to hit on that. So you got the thickness of the plate, and then you got probably a 1/4 inch of thread right there that you need to cut down so that you're not riding on your ejection or give you any kind of ejection issues. Make sure I got the right screws. I got several packs here. Well, it's not cooperating. It feels really tight. I don't think that's the right one. I got too many packs open. Okay, that's the right one. Okay, so we need to cut a little off of this one. And you can use whatever you want to use to cut your screw down. I'm just going to use some electrical pliers. That's what these holes here are for. You find the right one for the bolt that you want to cut. You thread them in there and cut your bolt. Now, I don't know exactly how much to cut off of there, but find the right one, thread it in there. Might be a little rough with that Loctite on there, but where's the tool at? Good to go through the hole there. I'm gonna try right there. Now all I did was go even with the back plate, and I'll try that and then see if I need more or less. But after you get it threaded through there, just squeeze it. Maybe. She's stout. All right. So you got that cut off. Pull your screw back out. Okay, so grab another one here. Here's how much I cut off. Let's try that first to see how far off it is. I'm not going to Loctite it down yet until I make sure that it's short enough to not interfere with my ejection. Okay, so you put those in the back, line that up, snaps right in. We'll start the long one. Okay, let's see what's going on here. I thought they were awful long for some reason. I say you got to go all the way through your sight. My other one was a little different. You mounted the your plate first and then that. So HOLOSUN's or this is a little different anyway. So we'll set that there. We'll drop him in there. Drop him in there. And you should be able to tell by my videos I am no professional. I'm just a gun enthusiast and a little bit of time on my hand to make some videos. I do have a really cool video coming this weekend, so anybody that watches and tunes into my stuff, I got someone to, I don't know if you'd say sponsor or not, but I got a company to donate some product for me to torture test, and I will be doing that this weekend. See if I got this one short enough, so tune into that. Might be a little too short. Let me see if I can get it to bite. Yeah, it's a little too short. All right. It honestly don't seem like it's that long. Maybe let me thread that in just a little bit and see how it hits. Too big for a plate. Well, nothing cooperating tonight. All right, see if one of these are a little skinnier. I don't think it's those. Too skinny. Yeah, way too skinny. I don't know what those are for. Unless it's for a different gun, I guess. All right, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna go back and Loctite everything after I make sure everything's good to go. Let's see. I don't really see anything poking out. It seems like it's okay. Let me try to eject a few rounds. I mean, it seems like it's working to me. Let's see here. Get these out of here. Let me put a little more of a twist on it, and then we'll check one more time. They didn't really seem too long. Maybe by now they've upgraded and send it to you fixed. Okay, now that's tight. Okay, there's the problem. Went in the battery, not ejecting. Alright, so we need to slightly shave this one down. So, not as much as I did that first go. To pull this one back out. And it barely grabs as is, so I would think not much, maybe down to the second thread, if anything. I mean, barely. So just go back to your right one, thread it in there. Wait a minute, I got the right one. Hard to do while looking through a camera. Okay, I got about 2 threads covered up in there. We'll try that. That first one was hard to cut. Yeah, this one will be due. Best to run it in a little bit, and then run it back out. It'll clear up your threads if there's any kind of marring in there. But these trimmers and these wire pliers, they normally do pretty good. Okay, I didn't take off very much at all. Let's try that again. Okay, well, I didn't get nowhere near the turn in it, so that's a good sign, I guess. Just a little snug. Okay, I don't see anything popping out. I've seen in some of the videos they're saying you can see this pop out, but I'm not getting that. It does feel a little better. Let me load some of these back up. So, I mean, looks-wise, I think it looks pretty good. Performance-wise, it has great reviews. I've never had a HOLOSUN, but I mean, everything has a potential to be good or be bad. Everything has a lemon. Okay, let's try this again. So we got that in there. Put one in, bring it out. I mean, it seems to be working fine to me. I may have to do just a slight adjustment, but I think I'm pretty close. It is ejecting. Let's see. Feels better anyway. I don't really see no, I don't know. It does feel a little chunkier than normal. But it's probably just me thinking that. Let's see, let's try one more time just to make sure. I'm still not going to Loctite it down until I pop a couple rounds. I'll snug it up. But then once I see that it is going to eject and function properly, then I'll pull them back out of there, Loctite them up. And I mean, you shouldn't have to do this with your other guns. I have a video with a Canic with a red dot on it. I didn't have to do any kind of screw shortening ejection issues with it. It's just something to do with this model here. But you would think after now they would send you the right size screws. They already know of the issue. Glock is aware of it. People on YouTube are aware of it. I mean, this gun's been out for, what, 3 years now at least. They should go ahead and correct that problem. And I don't know why they specifically went with those nubs in the back. I think you should just leave it off, and then the person who buys the gun has the choice of whatever one they want on there. I know they want you to buy the shield, but this has a much better rating than the shield. All right, let's try it one more time. We'll do them kind of fast. All right, that's good enough for me. I'm satisfied with it. Let's get this thing unloaded. Get that pull with the valve. All right. Okay, so here's the overview. 407K X2. Looks good. Let's turn this thing on. All right. There's your red dot. And let me look to it without this. Okay, one thing, I'm starting to think that it's me and not the guns. Let me get it back in the sight. Now see how crisp and clear that dot is? They're not that way to me in person, and this ain't the only scope that or sight that I've noticed it on. So I'm thinking I may have some type of a eye issue that makes these dots bleed a little bit. Because for me, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Let me see if I got a pen here. I don't. Let me grab one second. All right, I'm back now. So let's see here. Where's this card? So in the camera, what you see is this dot. Okay, well, I don't see that in person. What I see is a hint of a dot, but it also kind of spreads down a little bit. So when I'm looking through my sights, this is kind of what I see. Now, I do see a vague dot in there, so I know where it's at, but the red bleeds down. Now, I don't know if that's the same thing with everybody, or if I have some type of an eye issue to where when I see these dots, they look like they're bleeding to me. Now, this one is, well, I'm not even going to say it's tighter than a CB Life or anything like that. It's definitely bled down to my eye, but when you look through it in the camera, I mean, it's just this perfect little circle. I don't get it. So I think it's a me issue and not a firearm issue. Now, this does have the shake awake, but I'm not going to leave it on. From what I've seen, they're very sensitive. But 50,000 hours on setting 6, and I seen somewhere in the ad, I think it said up to 100,000 hours, but that's probably on the lowest setting possible. I doubt you get 50 because, I mean, if you're going to have it bright, make it to where you can see it. But with that shake awake, it's too sensitive, especially with the carry guns. I mean, basically it is going to be on 24/7 because anytime you walk or sit down or get up or cross your legs or anything like that, it is going to come on for the duration that you have it set for. But since it isn't my carry gun, I'll keep it off, so hopefully the battery lasts me a good while. but I think it looks good. It fits great. Not really chunky or hangs over much. You do have just a slight little lip right there. It doesn't really have like a grab to it. It's no flat edge, kind of rounded a little bit. Got your basic sight adjustments. Battery tray, enclosed lens, but not fully enclosed like I think it's the EPS maybe, or one of the other HOLOSUNs is completely enclosed, which has its advantages too. This is the one I went with. I like it so far. I will take it out and do some shooting with it this weekend, get it lasered, sighted in, and go from there. But that's how you install the HOLOSUN 407K on the 43X MOS. The plate was a DPP plate. The sight was from Amazon, $224. The plate was $25 for aluminum, $35 for titanium. Both were from Amazon. I purchased a pistol from Rural King, and they had a sale going on. It's like $15 off. I got the pistol for $485. But not a bad setup. The HOLOSUN 407K X2. Thanks for watching.